What's up, guys? Tim Little, Matt Allen. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today's video, we are talking about how to catch fish in ultra clear water. A lot of anglers are afraid of fishing clear water. Some guys grew up with it, it's normal to them, but a lot of people, as soon as you get above about 6, 7, 8 feet of visibility, it's really overwhelming. Guys feel like the fish can see them, they can see the baits, they see the boat, they just can't catch fish. Most of that, while it is true the fish can see you, is irrelevant, and it's just in your head. So today we're fishing in 20 to 25 feet of visibility. It's a darker bottom, so the fish are really hidden. It's very hard for us to see them, but they can absolutely see us. But we are going to catch some fish today, and along the way we'll give you some tips on how to do it. Things that you can do that will boost up your confidence, baits that will make a difference, tricks with your line, because you can go out in crystal clear water seeing those fish and still get them to bite. Big one's leading.
Two more behind him, and a bunch beyond them.
Good job. Nicely done.
Oh, there's a cruiser, two cruisers, three cruisers, 4, 5, 6. Look, come on. Good one's coming behind too. Whole wolf pack. Come on, somebody eat it. Here they come, here they come. Oh, he was looking.
There's like 20 plus bass that just swam by us in crystal clear water. It's important not to throw on their heads, you gotta lead them. Yeah, the fish were here and we both threw way down there trying to get ahead of them. You let that bait land, let your ripples dissipate long before the fish ever get there. That's your best shot at getting one of them to actually eat it. But in that case, 20 plus fish told us no. Just kept on going. This one ate a wacky rig Senko on a long cast. Throwing straight 6-pound line. Nice. There's the setup. Baby bass colored Senko, wacky rigged. They eat it. So another thing to point out too, we have all of our graphs, we have the sonar ping turned off, and we have them on standby mode. I have the Raptors down. We're just sitting here
we're kind of on this little jetty. Got deep water right here, kind of comes up to a flat up here, and these fish are just using it like a, I think it's just like a highway that's along that deep water, coming around that jetty and coming up on this flat. So that's why we're still seeing so many fish come this way and then run that break line right out here. But it's really important to turn all your electronics off if you're not moving around and looking for them. Just to sit still and you know, don't wear bright clothing, wear stuff that kind of blends in, but do as much as you can to help put the odds in your favor to not only get bites but get those fish in the boat.
With it, all along. I saw him dart towards. I never felt a thing, but I saw him dart towards the bait, so I just picked up, and he was on there. Come here. Drop shot. Beautiful little smallie.
There's one. I could see him cruising. A lot of times, oh, there's another one right over here. We've been seeing just wolf packs of fish just cruising.
Oh, I see him. I'm gonna jump up ahead of you. Get ahead of him.
That dude ignored me.
Nice one.
Nice fish.
Ate that. Thanks, bud. Ate that flat-sided shad in green pumpkin. I don't know what color it is actually called. Green pumpkin. There you go. So even though we're sight fishing, we're not bed fishing. You know, in clear water, you can see fish from a long ways away, but they can also see you too. So it's really, really important to make long cast, light line. You know, I'm throwing 5 and 6 pound test.
Yep.
I don't know what Matt's throwing.
Same, and straight. I normally run braid to leader, not for this.
Yes, yeah. So you guys know that we normally throw braid to leader on almost everything, but clear water is the exception. You know, yes, you can run a longer leader, a 15-foot leader, but what good is that when you have 30 foot of visibility? You know, I can see these fish a long ways away, but we're in their environment. They can see us a lot farther away.
I just got tagged.
So we're seeing these fish just cruising these flats and they're hunting. They're up there, they're looking to feed, but you don't want to land on their head. You have to lead them. So I saw this fish coming, led him by, I don't know, probably at least 20 feet or so, and shake, 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 came over to it. It is important. Sometimes you can give your bait too much action when you see those fish coming, and you can actually spook them off. So be very mindful of the shakes and amount of hops and stuff you're doing. Don't be over aggressive, because they can see in this clear water from a long ways away. But two approaches really: ultra natural and ultra bright. You know, my PB smallmouth came on a chartreuse and blue Kitech in 25 feet of visibility. You know, these fish they're sight feeders, they see, but a lot of times they're curious too. So there's kind of two different approaches go that natural route, that smaller, downsized natural route. Try to trick them into eating, if you will. You know, go with you know, a smaller bait fish pattern. It doesn't matter if it's smallmouth or largemouth, whatever fish you're fishing for. Downsize and go natural. Go with your green pumpkins, your black colors, your bluegills, your shad patterns. Or there's the other side where you go the ultra bright and larger. You know, the S-wave or the light trout, in that light trout color is bright yellow. You know, we've caught them on pink baits and white baits. A lot of times these fish are just curious, right? They want to know what's in their area, and they don't have hands and fingers to feel things. They have to use their mouth. So a lot of times you can get these curious fish that aren't necessarily wanting to eat, and you can trigger that curiosity, that reaction bite out of those bolder colors, those brighter colors. So, you know, that bright white, that matte back shad, mag draft, right? Or an albino mag draft, or like I said, the S-wave or chartreuse blue. You know, those are all of our favorites, and we kind of, you can see we got light line here, but we also have that stuff rigged up as well. Matt's been throwing some of the cruisers. He's been throwing that B5 swim bait. You see one? Yeah. You know, just trying to lead them, and again, Matt.
Totally. Oh, he's coming.
Is he coming?
Do it. I don't want to.
Oh, here's one cruising over here too. Man, it's like we're fishing in aquarium water, you know. It's so much fun when you can see the fish. Like I said, you can see the fish, but you can also see them avoid you sometimes. So you learn from that, right? Oh, they didn't like that twitch. Oh, they didn't like that hop. Oh, they like it dead, you know, sitting on bottom. Whatever it may be, pay attention to those little subtleties. But again, two different ways to think about, to approach ultra clear water: light line and natural baits, or the bigger, brighter baits.
What that is. That is a little rocky. Little bonus fish. That's a rock bass right there. Not afraid of a Senko.
That was a good fish.
I think it's a better fish.
You've interrupted my lunch twice now. Nice hit.
Pick that.
You just woke up.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Nicely done. That was worth interrupting.
Come on, come on. It's a block. Hey.
Yeah, he's really light.
Nice one. Right in the roof of the mouth. Just fell out too.
I'm interrupting your video. Let me take a picture of that one. He's pretty. You can continue.
Dude, that's a nice smallmouth. Thanks, bud. So again, going that ultra finesse. This is 5-pound test. Got a #1 mosquito light hook. That is a 3.5-inch flat-sided shad, but we've caught them on. Matt caught some good ones on a weightless Senko. Leading those fish, letting it sit on bottom, not giving it a lot of action. Seems like today they want like hardly any action.
Shake it and they bolt.
Yeah, if you shake it today, if you shake it, they take off. They just want it laying on bottom. This guy, just very subtle. The hair jig, you know, how do you get more finesse than a 5-pound test on a hair jig? But we're just kind of rotating through these light line baits. Got this high sun. Again, these fish can see from a long ways away, so it's really important. I don't know if we've talked about this yet, making extra long casts, like as far as you can. Make sure when you're spooling up your spool that you're putting a lot of line on there so you can get those longer casts. It just helps out. You'll catch a few more fish farther out there when they're out of range. You know, that's the other thing I want to talk about too. I know I'm guilty of it. When you're up looking around, or you're able to see what you're actually fishing for, I have a tendency of getting too close, right? A lot of times you'll see these fish just out on the outskirts, just cruising just barely in sight. And so you want to move closer and closer, but it's really important to stay back, make long casts, and bring the bait to those fish wherever you think they're going. So don't get in the habit of getting up too close, because these fish are in their habitat and they can see you a lot better than you can see them. Making me hungry. Ooh, there's a big cruiser.
I got you. Where am I going?
Right here.
Oh, I see her.
She bolted.
There was like a 4-pounder just cruising out here. I saw her kneel down. Matt got up with his rod, fired out there. As soon as that bait hit, U-turn and just bolted. These fish are so sensitive to
Anything in their world.
yeah, it's crazy. It just brings out. You have to be on your A game, right? You have to pay attention.
Back.
Is she coming back?
Look at the size of that fish.
She's big. Really big.
But they can be caught.
Yeah, they can be caught. You just have to be real quiet, be stealthy, lead the fish, don't land on their head with baits, and hopefully pick up the right bait that they're interested in, they want to eat, or they're curious about.
You got him?
Yeah, just sitting there.
You need a net or no?
Wasn't even looking. Oh, here's another one.
Oh, look at that one. That's a nice fish.
That's a nice one right there.
I'm tying.
I had my drop shot out there, just threw out there on a dark spot. It was like grass, dark grass. And I'm scanning, looking for cruisers. My bait just loads up and takes off. Never even saw it. Wasn't even ready for this one.
Nice fish. We haven't caught any little ones.
No.
They've all been just beautiful fish.
We've seen some big ones cruising though.
No joke.
Some jumbos. Thanks, dude. I'm all fouled up.
I'm sorry for you.
Oh, here they come.
Don't move. I don't know which side they're going to go on.
Dude,
They're right here.
They're right here.
They're going to go under us.
Look how
They're
big
right
that,
here.
how big that one is.
They're just swimming under us.
Oh, I thought it was your drop shot. I can't see my drop shot. Get out that way.
Oh, there's a good one right there. Oh, man. Wow, bonked him on the head.
That's what you don't do. You landed like 10 inches from that fish.
That is one fast fish. Oh my gosh, I barely caught up.
Look, there's another one.
Ew, he's turning on the heat. He thinks he's giant. Oh my goodness. Every once in a while you catch one of those fish. My theory is that these are the ones that have never been hooked in their life. They pull 5 times harder than all the others. Come here. I mean, he's hooked right in the lip. Nothing about that should make that fish go absolutely crazy. But that fish way outpulled his size class. And I've always explained that as thinking that those are the fish that have just never felt a hook before, and when you stick them, they just go crazy. Got him. That fish is so far away. I can barely keep up. Got him. At about 30 feet there, I was not in control.
Oh, look at this little one. Oh, that's something else. It's like a... That's a largemouth. Yeah, that's a largemouth.
Nice. Too much fun. I was throwing a Senko and Tim just totally started to drill him on a drop shot, so I switched over. That's that flat-sided shad. They are eating it.
Not a bad fish. Just had it sitting along this rock ledge.
Can't hurt, might help. Well, that is a nice fish. You snuck that one in.
And a nice one on the drop shot. Right in the roof of the mouth. I really like this bait.
I really like these gushers.
It is almost lunchtime, huh?
You busted me like 3 times sitting back here eating.
So much fun. Guys, don't be afraid of clear water fishing. You know, like Matt said, what do we got, 20, 25 foot of visibility here? I mean, it's ridiculously clear. We're fishing, there's a big one. We're fishing like, I don't know, 6 to 10 foot range, 4 to 10 foot range, depending on where we're at. But just fish swimming all around. And you take those tips, you know, do the light line, do the natural thing. We'll link some of our favorite baits down below in the video description. But, you know, 5-pound test, hair jig. Granted, we are fishing for smallmouth today, but this stuff applies to largemouth as well. And we've been on some really clear, ultra clear largemouth fishing too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch Senko,
Yeah,
light line, lead them, wacky, real slow fall. Let those fish come to you. Same thing applies with the smallmouth. So today, hair jig, the drop shot really really came into key later on. We got cloud cover, kind of lost some of our visibility, but don't be afraid. If you have a clear water fishery, don't be afraid to downsize, go natural, go with your green pumpkins, go with your bait fish profiles, and you will catch fish. Make long casts, be quiet on the trolling motor, be quiet on your electronics, wear neutral colors, and you guys will have more success. You know, finesse tubes, anything that's mimicking what the fish are eating. You know, Matt has a finesse tube tied on for gobies. We got Ned rigs tied on. Anything that's just downsized and real natural. And then as far as largemouth, go with those bigger baits. Try those glide baits, the swim baits. You know, that S-Waver 168 and light trout just really comes to mind. You know, Matt was throwing that swim bait today, the mag draft, that B5. But don't be afraid of clear water fishing. Again, these fish, we're out here, it feels like we're fishing in an aquarium. They can see us, we can see them. Most of them can see us. I'm sure the giants, we can't. They stay away from us,
Yeah,
but
they stay back.
that's where those long casts.
There's one right there.
Where?
Sitting over here.
Sitting over here. Long casts are key. Guys, if you like this type of video, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this, like I said. What?
Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, I see him.
Oh,
He turned off. Again, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the support. Couldn't do this without you guys. You guys are amazing. So we will see you guys on the next video.